everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in taking Strahd seriously, the Halloween crossover part 2. Today is October 29th, 2019. We are nearing Halloween, and you are loved. And we feel like that is a very important thing to remind every single one of you viewers and or listeners every single time that we play, which is Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. With that, if this is your first time joining us on the series, hey, and you want to check out where you can find all of our past stuff, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures, or you can go to anywhere audiocasts are found, and you can find us under the same moniker. We also have a Patreon set up, so if you already support us on every one of those other platforms and want to continue supporting the show, feel free to go to patreon.com/indooradventures, where you can gain access to an after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. So, on days like today, where we have a guest DM, being Greybeard, thank you so much, Greybeard, for doing this. You can ask Greybeard some questions about his experience on the show with these wonderful folks, running characters that he himself is a personal fan of. So, consider checking that out. Other than that, we have our bit.ly/adventure merch set up. So, if you already support us, but you want something like mugs, posters, t-shirts, hoodies, it's getting chilly out there, consider going to bit.ly/adventure merch. It's a good time. So, with that, RJ, take us away.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ, and I'll be playing Calum, the Shatterkai Cleric Wizard.
Hello, I'm Silme and and I'll be played by LB Hackemup today. I am a half-elf wizard.
Danae.
Oh, is it me now? I'll be Coriander, the Eladrin Paladin. My name is Wings, or Danae Keener.
I am the Indoor Adventurer, and today I shall be playing Keffris Bellevue, the Mongrel Folk Barbarian.
Greybeard Tavern, and I will be leading them along their journey into the dark this evening.
Yeah, so, I think what we did last night ended up working. So, as a recap for all of you people who watched the Monday night game, last we met our heroes. They had successfully made it from their encampment point past an old snow-covered brewery on their way to a large a tree of unknown, presumably Fey origin. Upon encountering this tree, you realize that this was the staff that you had been informed of by the Furbolgs back in the Hollowlock ruins. And suddenly, this was no laughing matter. At that, green-covered moss that had layered itself over the root system beneath you opened up, creating portals into darkness, in which Calum, both you and Corey, began to fall. And that is where the Four Keeps left off. Danae, what happened in Strahd last time?
Now, when we left off on Curse of Strahd, there was an entire den of werewolves pitching their heads back in a howl. And we're going to say that the mists of Barovia came in and began to swirl around our players until they couldn't even see their hands in front of their faces. And then they were lost in the mists.
And that's up to you, GB. This is where you lead off.
Okay, let's see. Fog covers me. So much akin to last evening, you're all... Well, you fell into darkness. Everything went black. Silme, you begin to wake. And you appear to be in Barovia. Your head hurts pretty bad. And then you go to put your hand on your face, and you see that your palm is weird, and you have claws, and your fingers are bulbous. And then you look at your other hand, and it's the same way. You feel around in your mouth. This doesn't feel like your teeth or your face. You have spines. What's going on? You have scales when you reach down, and then your arm hurts, and you look and you have cords and bindings upon your arm.
I'm gonna check my bits. Am I Keffris?
Yes, you are.
Oh my gods! Oh gods! Strahd, you have gone too far! This is too much!
You sit up.
Yes.
You sit up and you see your own body lying across from you, and two elves, maybe elves. They look elvish enough, lying the other way across from each other.
She's gonna stand up and move over to her body. She's gonna take a look. Thought my hair would look better. Anyway, and then she's gonna like shake this person awake that she assumes is Keffris.
Okay. Suddenly, Keffris, you start to awaken, and you blink, and you're looking, and you're seeing yourself stand over your body. You see yourself standing there.
Keffris?
Don't eat me!
Keffris!
And as you put your hands forward, your hands are delicate. It looks like you've probably never done a day's work in your life.
Hey, whoa.
There might be some paper cuts on your fingers, but that's about it. I mean, wait, but you are not a man.
Keffris, we have switched bodies. Calm yourself.
Well, this time Strahd has gone too far.
That's what I said. All right, move over. She's gonna like move some of the dress out of the way and get her spell book and start just rifling through it. And then she's like, "Oh wait, there are other people here. Will you wake them?"
Keffris will like go over, and you can see that it's like stepping on the dress. He doesn't know how to walk in a dress yet, so eventually he like hikes it up to a little bit too far to just tromp forward, kicks off the shoes.
No, oh god, it's my tights.
And I don't think there is any kicking off the shoes.
Yeah,
right?
there's a lot of buttons.
Okay, all right. So, do you take time to unbutton?
No, I just tromp forward, and I'm very much like a newborn baby deer.
Yeah. Oh, and they're driving the heels into the dirt and such. There seems to be a male and a female elf laying there. Who do you go to first?
Who looks like they are wearing fancier armor or has the fancier hat?
Probably Corey.
I will wake Corey up first.
All right. So as you begin to shake, Calum, you awaken, and there's a beautiful woman standing over you, shaking you.
Are you all right? Because it's Silme's voice coming out of Keffris.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Only our consciousness is switched.
Oh, shit.
Well, I don't quite know. Hello? What? What?
And then, yes, you have chesticles and no man parts.
Oh,
You're also missing an arm, so there's.
No, I didn't get to that yet. You had to give me a second, because as you go and go to reach for your face and your parts, your left arm is gone.
oh, crap baskets.
It seems like there's some kind of, well, villainous magic at work that's caused us to change. Are you a traveler? Is this still Barovia? Do you know?
Where's Barovia?
Oh, so you don't know. Oh,
Are you from the Dalelands?
Do you know the Dalelands? Are you familiar?
I don't know where the Daylands are. walks over to his bot. Oh, this is so
Hey.
weird.
Hold on one second. Is Corey currently capable of changing form at all?
I thought she wasn't.
I didn't.
I mean,
think
if she
so.
tries really hard, she last time I changed form, I had to make a wisdom save, and I can only go between Moon and Raven. When we last left off, I was in Moon form.
Okay, so you are in moon form. So both of these elf people look pale and weird, ashen or pale. Yeah, so you walk over and yeah, your body's laying there, Calum. You know,
Gently slapping myself awake. Oh gosh.
Corey, you awaken to yourself standing over you.
If I see myself standing over me, I'm going to slug me.
Okay, so
No double.
take a swing.
No doubles. Doppelganger!
Okay, what'd you roll?
Oh.
Oh god. Oh no, I don't even have my thing open.
We're professionals.
I'm a professional. And we're using our own character sheets and everything, yes?
For the moment.
For the moment. Okay. Unarmed strike, that's going to be a dirty 20.
All right.
I believe. Yeah, that hits.
Yep.
With my right hand. I'm going to slug with my right hand.
Yep. And you hit. Bam.
Corbin!
Like 3-4 points of damage.
Uh,
4.
Yes,
For
4
Corey.
points of damage.
All right. Yep. So 4 points of damage. Okay. So
3 of which you would resist if you were using my character sheet.
now what you can do is, yeah, you would resist 3 of those 4 points, correct?
Yeah. So you
So-
take 1.
Yes. So what you can do, you guys, is because you're in the same campaign, you can actually use each other's character sheets.
Amazing.
That gets kind of hard for tracking, though, don't it?
Yeah, because
then
you aren't
for
able
spells,
to. Yeah.
Oh, you can't click on anything?
No.
Nope.
Well, that's not fun.
Pen and paper.
Yep. Grab something then, because we're gonna do this. We're gonna put you on the other sheet.
Yeah.
It's just like in the old days.
Yep.
Walk uphill both ways barefoot in the snow.
You're muted. Still muted. We see
Am
you
I?
talking.
Are you
I don't
sure?
think she's talking to us.
I'm just looking confused.
I did a long rest, so it should be
Yep.
fine. Keffris, I don't see any spells that I have that could. I mean, remove curse could do something, but I'm not certain that. Do you really keep this on your arm all the time?
Oh, so often. Sometimes twice.
Can I take it off?
You can if you want.
Can you take it off?
Very simple, actually.
Oh, gods. How can you do anything with these claws?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, this
And-
is fine.
And for people that watched the other night and whatnot, why don't you explain exactly what Silme is dealing with your Mongroman mutations?
So, Keffris, when he arrived in Barovia, was just your average, mild-mannered half-elf, and then he got mad. And ever since he started getting mad, things have happened to him, including that his hands are now like ribbed gecko hands. He has longer nails, sharper teeth. One of his eyes is just lizard yellow, usually goes into a slit when it is in more of like a heightened sense, kind of like a predator vision. He has crocodile spines going along his back, and spikes that grow out of his shoulders and back as well that he can use and turn into javelins by pulling them out of himself.
And scales.
And scales. Oh, so many scales. More scales than skin at this point, but like an intermittent amount of both.
And the scales are itchy. And they pull and tug at your clothing.
Also has a singular horn coming up from like his forehead area, and then he has a bunch of other spikes and smaller horns that are on his facial features as well.
But you very quickly, Silme, realize that you can use your little pads to turn pages very nicely. They stoop and stick and stoop, and letting go is the hard part.
Oh, jeez.
If you're taking your book, I take the blood spear of Kavan. I'm taking this.
Yes. Hello. Sorry for our manners. I know I look startling, but I am not normally like this. My name is Silme. Normally I look like that. This is Keffris, and he normally looks like me. So there's some nonsense going on. Apologies.
Based off of the both of your interactions, I am assuming that this is also happening to you two?
Corey had just punched herself in the face and is now looking down at her right hand. Well, her
and then
Caelim's right hand.
And you have a left hand.
Oh, God's blood.
Corey, why is the first thing that you think of to hit yourself?
Doppelgangers, of course.
Well, maybe you should take a look at the situation before you actually start hitting people.
Listen, I just got dropped down into a hole by a tree that I thought was going to help me. I was ready for a fight.
That's fair.
You sound like Gwen.
That's very fair. Hello, my name's Calum. I usually look like this. And the one in my body is Corey, who typically looks like, and tries to motion with her right arm. Oh, this left arm.
She's missing the left one.
Do either of you have magic capabilities?
I would.
Suppose that means I do now.
Oh, and she looks at Keffris. Right. Well, I would like to not be in this body. No offense, brother.
None taken. It's weird in here.
Yeah, I'm really concerned about the whole bathroom aspect of this, and I don't even want to think about it. Can either of you, I don't know if this is a curse, but I do have a remove curse spell, dispel magic, that sort of thing.
I don't think I am at a high enough level in my wizard studies to know either of those.
Are you a wizard?
Yes and no.
See, Keffris?
What does that mean?
I don't know. I haven't met another wizard before.
It means that I was a little bit of a cleric before I became a wizard.
Can you teach me cleric spells?
Gets a contemplative look on her face, taps. Maybe? Theoretically speaking, divine and arcane magic comes from the same place. So, why not?
Bodies.
So strange watching those words come out of my mouth.
Oh, right. Bodies. Back. Right.
Dispel magic?
No.
No? Remove curse?
No.
Keffris, do you want to try a spell?
Oh, do I have to?
You might. All right, look. She's going to hold open the book to the page. Well, then I have to switch back to my character sheet. Need to know what the spell requires. I don't know if this will work, but you need to touch me on the shoulder say these words and move your hand like this. All right?
All right.
And there's a bit more flick at the end.
And
I
did you
would,
have
but I have a ganglion cyst in real life, so it's a little bit painful.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all right.
do you have remove curse prepared?
Yes, if it's a new day for sure. Because
Okay.
I have, well, yeah, I have all the spells.
You also prepped that back when we thought Ismark could be cured by a remove curse, so...
Yeah.
I knew you had the spell. I just didn't know if
Yeah.
you would have had it prepared.
I
at
don't
this
have
time.
that many extra spells, so I rarely switch them out.
Okay. All right. So, Keffris, you find that you can cast the spell. You feel the weave move through your body just like Silme would.
Ooh, don't like that, but that's fine. We're all overcoming something today. And he will attempt to cast a remove curse on his sister.
Okay. You you extend the magic. What does your remove curse look like, Silme? When it activates?
I mean, it's just a thing.
Just a thing. Okay.
Yeah, it depends on what it, like, for removing on Speedy, it was a different thing, but this is just it's just a light glow.
Poof, you're no longer cursed kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So
No pomp and circumstance in this one.
Poof, the magic flows, but nothing happens.
Bollocks. I mean, bollocks.
And you were able to cast the spell, but it does not do anything.
Well, that didn't work. Apologies.
Calum Corey goes into his bag and just pulls out his spell book and flips through it.
Wait, into the bag that's on the other body's back.
Coriander's.
Okay.
Yeah. Coriander, this might take a bit of learning, but could you try casting detect magic to see if this is actually like a magical effect on us?
I was never really good in my studies.
Well, it's fine. It's a ritual spell anyway, so it'll take some time and doing, but I can teach you.
The hardest. Okay.
Okay, for circumstance, you guys are each other's character except for thought and memory. So you can, like, for instance, when Keffris goes to swing that spear around, he's gonna fight like Silme does with his blood spear.
So we have the capabilities of the other person?
Yes.
Even without having the physical memories of it?
Correct. Yep. Your bodies know what to do, but your minds have switched.
All right.
He definitely wants that spear because it talks to him.
Yep. No, that's great. That's what we want. We want that kind of like crossovery weirdness. So, I love the fact that Gecko Paws is reading spell books and Wizard is standing there with the blood spear. You know,
It's a staff. I cast stab you, and it works.
Works exactly. Okay, so
you take the book. I learn better by doing.
Okay, just copy what I'm doing.
Okay.
Draws a small circle on the ground, starts writing out the runes.
Mm-hmm.
With one hand.
With one hand.
Just mirrors him as best she can.
Sorry, don't mean to interrupt, but how did you find yourselves in Barovia?
Well, we were going to fight a giant tree, and it wrapped us up in its roots and dropped us through a hole. And suddenly we were here.
Well, welcome to Barovia. It kind of sucks here, apologies. But we are trying to change that. So if you have powers of your own, we'd be happy to have you assist. You said you're a cleric.
Yes, but we kind of have some world-ending issues to deal with on our side as well.
Oh. Well, time works differently here, so perhaps...
The world will end by the time we get back.
Or you will leave right when you left.
Was it those God's damned netherese?
Oh, I'm sorry. By the way, are you...
Oh,
You're not Drow, right? You're Shadakai?
No, I'm a Shadakai. Corey is should I tell them what you are?
it shouldn't matter.
Corey is an Eldrin.
So the female body is an Eldrin?
Correct.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Don't they usually have a lot? Are you in a winter form?
Circumstances. Lots of circumstances.
Do you want the whole story? Because I can give you the whole story.
Oh no, don't,
Well,
please. When she gets
after you're
going.
done with that, yeah.
When she
After
gets
you're
going,
done
it's...
with the spell.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm just taking off my boots at this point.
Keffris, no, you're going to get my stockings wet.
I need to be able to move.
Keffris, look at me. Look at me. Look at you.
He
Look at
he looks at you in his body with more certainty than he has looked at you in your own body before.
I'm just saying, if I can deal with this, you can deal with that. I'm trying not to think about the 4-foot spear that is in my back. I understand that you go through this daily, but it's new to me, so you can manage in 1-inch heels.
Oh, you only feel the one. Oh, that's good. That's very good. And he'll kind of tap your shoulder a little bit.
All right. So, you complete you find, and I'm going to talk to each of you in your character's name that you are conscious. We're going to talk to each other's consciousnesses.
Mm-hmm.
So, Corey, you are, you find that, oh, yeah, I can do this. And it just sort of comes to you, and you're able to do. You're doing it as a ritual, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Take 10 minutes while everyone's chatting.
Yep.
Muscle memory is taking over.
Yep. And you cast detect magic, and let me see if I got this right. The spell book that you see would glow. The spear that you see would glow. The shield of Calum. What else would glow for you peeps that you're carrying that would be outward? That
There's probably a staff on his back. There's a spear.
That are magic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A mundane looking axe.
Okay. All right. Nice. All right. That's right. Oh, okay. Good.
And
All
a
right.
stone in Keffris's pocket.
Yes.
Which is
All
in
right.
your pocket now.
Yes.
Okay. And so you're not, other than the aura of magic on the spellcasters. Nope. There doesn't seem to be a thing happening with you. You're not under the effect of a spell currently that you can tell.
It's all very interesting.
Yes. What do you see?
That spear does not look... This may be none of my business.
I'm sorry. What's happening?
This?
Yes, that.
Do we look like we're under magic?
Oh, she's just gonna kind of scan everybody and say, no, all I'm getting is auras on everybody's weaponry. That's supposed to be magic, right? And she points at the plant axe.
Keffris just gives a big smile and nods. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's very magical. Nope. Not getting anything, I don't think. Am I supposed to?
Well, we're trying to determine if we are under a spell, and if we are not glowing, then if I understand the spell correctly, we are not under one. So this must be some sort of maybe a polymorph, a true polymorph.
Wouldn't that come off though?
Oh no, because in true polymorph, you become that thing. You are no longer transformed into that thing. You are that thing.
I want to go back. Sister,
I
change
also
it
want to
back.
go back, brother. Where did you learn magic?
Picked it up in a library.
I did as well. Family?
No.
Oh.
Oh, you're asking if my family... I don't have one.
Oh.
Except for my adventuring party.
I'm sorry.
It's nice being tall for once.
I didn't mean to bring it up. Well, yes, brother?
Where are we?
Someplace in Barovia, I would presume.
The last thing I remember, I joined the Howl.
Yes. We became... Well, I have a question. Are we part of the werewolf pack now?
I just wanted to feel kind of included. I'm going to be honest here. But we did that, and then we wake up here.
Yes.
Right? So why them? Why not Speedy or Irina or anyone else that we know?
I'm not certain. It must...
That's a good point. Where's Quen and Arjan?
No, I don't see them anywhere.
Are you also... You said you were part of an adventuring party, yes?
Yes, when the tree grabbed us, it also dropped 2 of our friends.
This tree, what did it look like?
It was gigantic. It looked like it was in full bloom and sounded like King Candy.
Were there any blights in it?
Not that I could tell.
Yeah, not that we could tell.
Do you think it was paired with the tree that you cut down? Was it magical?
I'm fairly certain it was Fey in origin.
I think it was the walking staff somebody was carrying around
Yes, and that
that
somebody
turned
was from
into a giant tree.
that somebody was from the Feywild. And
Right.
the Furbolgs seem to be intent on saying that their fellow Furbolg was carrying around or was traveling with a
what?
criminal.
They're very tall, very nice.
Where do they hail from?
The Feywild.
Oh, have you
Feywild.
been to the Feywild? Wait, of course you're from the Feywild.
From the Feywild.
Sorry. I don't meet many people from... I honestly haven't met many people in general. I've spent a lot of time inside with books.
Me too.
The best is your cadence and your voice is your cadence is yours, but your voice is Keffris's.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
coming out of this body.
I just
so you-
can't do it.
Oh no! I don't
inside.
I don't expect you to. I just wanted to make sure that the party, or the people watching understood that you're standing there being utterly polite in this monstrous spot.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful.
The scene is gorgeous to me. Is in a vision. So
Maybe Seb would know.
Who?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. There's ravens in the Temple of Saloon, and I turned one of them into a tiny little woodfolk person, and now he's my assistant.
Don't trust puppets.
No, I'm sorry. You've been to the Temple of Saloon, like one on our plane?
No, every time I trance or rest, I end up at her doorstep. So
Interesting. That is
feel
your
nothing.
goddess, then?
Yes, it is.
That's very... They don't have that here. We do in the Dale Lands, but...
You got 2 choices here. Morning Lord or Mother Night. Or Ilmater. Hey? Have you heard the word?
I've read a little bit about Ilmata. I like what they do, but it's not for me.
Understandable.
I've donated once.
If I'm being honest, I've probably gathered one too many gods already.
You can gather them? Like what?
got a-
Easter?
I've-
Like
I've got a
eggs in a
keychain.
basket?
Fascinating. So you both... who is your god? I'm sorry, Coriander? Like the
She only ever said Corey.
oh Corey?
Yeah, I only ever say Corey.
Oh no.
Um, yes, I usually follow Coralon.
Oh, interesting. We obviously we've heard of him.
Really?
Yes,
No.
I have. I've read all about him.
I got a 3 on my religion check.
I
Corey?
found it.
Corey, I'm going to need you to focus.
Nobody's ever heard of Coralon.
Corey, turn to page 354. That's find familiar and do the ritual.
It's very nice to be able to hold a book and flip pages again.
I like your handwriting. It's very neat.
Thank you. I'm not going to say what I was going to say because that's very depressing.
Oh.
Okay, so
Looking
we need to
around.
find our way out of here. Back to our bodies, right?
Well,
Looking around, the fog is it's Barovian mists, but you can tell that it's getting closer to dusk, or is dusk getting closer to night?
we need to find out which town we're close to. I assume we're close to Vallaki still.
Well, perhaps we're not in where you guys think we are. Anyway, we could have stumbled into a waystone, and now we're in the Autumn Isles. Sometimes the Autumn Isles looks like this.
Unfortunately, once you're in Barovia, you cannot leave Barovia. So it'd be very unlikely that we, and she points to herself and her brother, are anywhere else.
Just to be sure, Caleb, can you try to divine sense?
Just focus really hard then.
You open your senses, look for Fae, Fiend, Undead.
Okay, I'll try. Closes eyes, inhales, tries to divine sense.
Out of the 4 of you, do you own anything, or are you Fae, Fiend, or Undead in any way, shape, or form?
Everybody should give off a little bit of Fae.
Hint of
But
Fae.
you're gonna a
Fae.
hint of Fae. You are definitely going to get undead from yourself, though. Also, you don't feel anything.
It's you
Yeah,
can
you
feel
explain it better.
physicality. There is a sense of contact, but as far as warm or cold, you have no determinant. Everything smells the same except for the Fae Fiend Undead. That's like one of the few things that you can actually smell differently and even taste. It's just sort of this bland flavor that seems to permeate all other mouth texture.
Miranda, how do you deal with this?
Deal with what?
The nothing.
You just do.
Do I sense Fae, Fiend, Undead within 60 feet?
And everyone just radiates a touch of Fae, right?
And hint of Fae, excuse.
A hint.
And Coriander would be a little undead.
Yep.
A
Okay.
lot of undead.
And let's see, you would. No, you would sense none of the above in the 60 feet around you.
Just this flighty feeling from everyone, like, I guess that's Fae.
Slightly, yes.
And then this really depressing feeling from you. Me, this body. I guess that's the undead.
I'm sorry, hold up. Did you say undead?
It's a long story.
It's pretty short, actually. I died.
Multiple times.
So,
Wasn't on
this face is
purpose.
not used to the reactions I make. I do not like this.
please do not stretch my skin. I have a regiment for a reason.
You have wrinkles now. I'm sorry.
The one-horned man looks very sad. He's giving you the face that Silme gives you all the time, where she pouts.
You can see that
Monstrous.
your face is also not used to pouting, so it like starts to cramp.
This
All right.
monstrous pouty face.
Well, we need to find the closest town because nightfall here is not very safe. And if you are powerful, then Strahd is going to come find you soon. So,
I'm
Sorry,
sorry,
who's
who?
Oh.
Shall we walk and talk then?
Yes.
Absolutely. So Strahd is a vampiress. They call her the devil, the devil,
The devil.
which is inaccurate because she's not. She is a vampire. She has dominion over this demiplane, and there are werewolves, vampire spawn, wereravens, and the like. And they, she has a castle. And many followers, and there are Vistani who can travel in and out, but that is the only people who are allowed out. And since Strahd has dominion over this demiplane, she can control who can come in or out. She's kind of terrible. She burned down 2 of the 4 villages in here, and yes, we're trying to kill her.
She
Sounds
was
horrible.
responsible, but she did not do it herself.
Fair enough.
So, we need to find shelter.
Mm-hmm.
Which direction are you walking?
Oh, gods, I don't know. Usually Speedy lets us know.
No, I know. That's why I'm asking.
Can any of us do survival?
I would hope.
Galen can.
Pretty sure Corey's trained.
All right, so if I remember correctly, Vallaki
We
is
both
on
have the same though. Okay, that's fine.
Vallaki is on a
Remember-
hill.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Wings,
it's on a hill.
You can become proficient.
So if we go north,
North is a good bet.
where the hilly area is, where if anywhere where rocks are going upwards, we go there.
So we just need to find north, correct?
Correct.
I should-
Goes a 16, find out where north is.
You believe your 16 indeed does direct you northward.
Points with the left. Oh, sorry. That way.
All right. Well, let us make haste, so we're not caught out very dark. Can either of you cast? Well, do either of you have a way to send a message?
I don't know.
Oh, didn't prepare that today.
You didn't prepare Ampleforth, did you?
No.
Damn.
Sorry.
She can summon a steed,
Oh,
and it goes back to the
Fascinating.
Feywild, which is
really?
nice. We could have communicated.
So you have well, you might not have been able to here.
About Moonin.
He could.
We figured out how to
technically.
do that.
Well, no, because he had to find a Fey circle.
Ah, that's right. He's not from the Feywild.
No, sadly. Sorry.
Sister, I'm sorry. And Keffris
Yes?
just starts cutting the dress.
Oh
It's okay. I have mending. Oh, well, she has mending.
no! It's one of my favorites. Maybell made that for me.
This is
It'll-
why I apologized before I did it.
And now, Silme, your knees are showing.
All right.
And like, if there's any kind of extra sleeve related thing, it is just tear cut off at the sleeve, so that way I can feel air on my hands again.
Once we got to Barovia, Silme's like, I don't have to be formal here, so she can, but like, yeah, my knees are showing, my ankles are showing. It's fine.
All right.
Red cord. Or I
Cord.
don't have
No,
a red
you
cord
go- no,
anymore.
no.
It is Irina's scarf that is just getting tied.
Oh, please don't leave bruises. I bruise very easily, brother.
Sorry.
I like that. All right. And,
the spear doesn't like it when I tie the scarf onto it, so this is what we're doing.
I'm sorry, it what?
Never mind, let's keep going.
It talks to you?
Well,
Does
does it?
your spear have sentience?
No.
Hey, nothing's wrong with a little bit of sentience in your items.
Phelan, help me stay in my lane.
Puts an arm over it. This is so weird.
Keffris,
Oh.
may I? She puts her hand out for the spear. Shit, I can't cast spells. Fuck.
Wait, Caleb, what did you get when you divine sensed it?
I don't know. What did you get when you divine sensed it?
I can't.
Oh, what did I get when I divine sensed it? Any Fey Fiend or undead?
I mean, I guess you'd probably get undead from it. I mean,
There you
it's a
go.
ghost in there.
Well, a little undead, but you know.
Lovely.
Hey, listen.
Keffris?
Listen, wait, no, hold on.
It's
Amaris
fine.
is a little weird, but she's there too.
It's fine.
What does it tell you to do, Keffris?
Fine, it's fine.
Murder Strahd, murder Strahd, murder Strahd, murder Strahd, murder Strahd, murder
Just
Strahd.
It honestly does just kind of tell me to do the thing that we're already doing, which is oppose Strahd.
Your friends are weak.
Keffris,
Doesn't tell
remember
me
when we
that
had a... remember
Your
when we had
sister's
a...
hot.
Feed me blood.
we had a conversation about jumping into things unprepared, yes?
Yes.
And
Oh, you too.
yeah, perhaps it'd be best if we take a look at the item and I identify what it is before
Well,
you commit so fully to
I
it.
kind of already have, so let's not worry too much about it until we've bodies back, and then you can figure out all of the magic, braha, and I'll just keep using this spear until then.
Keffris, look at my arms.
Yes, I do every day. I have a journal of all of my transformations.
No, look at my arms. And she points to him.
Oh,
Yep.
that is bruising. And he just quickly undoes the tie.
My arms cannot wield
Turning
that
purple.
spear.
That you know of.
Oh, no, please, hit me with it. No, Keffris, please, smack me with the spear. Hit me with the butt end of it.
I am just going to do a weapon performance to show if I still know the forms or not.
Oh, you do not have the. Yep. It's too heavy,
Just
and you get it
clatters.
unbalanced, and you end up like tossing it aside, like Silme would if somebody threw her a hockey stick.
Fine.
Silme picks up the spear, like puts her chin in the air and starts trotting forward.
What does the spear say to Silme? Because it's
Nothing.
it's Keffris's body that's attuned to it.
The spear will not speak to her. She is not chosen. But she doesn't know that, so.
Yeah.
I think here it would in this case.
Well, it's the mentality that's different, though. So that's fair.
Yeah, if Silme has a different mentality going into it, Spear would recognize that, I feel, as a magical item.
Okay.
I mean, we're all coming into this with our consciousness. So
Right. Yeah.
Who's to say that the spear is going to be the same in this plane?
Yeah.
Well, hi there.
No! Hello!
You gotta stab him!
You want to
I'm-
hear a joke?
I'm also not attuned to it.
No, you technically are attuned to it.
I mean,
With my
And the
body.
axe-
is
Yep.
your is attunement attached to the body or to the mind?
And here it is.
Oh god.
So hence the plant axe, the shield, whatever you were attuned to in the body you're in, you can use as that person.
Okay.
Then would you say that she would be able to hear the spear?
I believe so.
Interesting. All right. Well, it doesn't communicate in any language that you recognize. However, it communicates in very strong emotions. This is a violent spirit. This is a spirit that hates Strahd above all, and will stop at nothing to kill her. Stop at nothing.
So Silme stops for a second, kind of overwhelmed by all of this, and she just like puts the spear away, and then she goes, "Bro, same." And starts walking.
I know.
What? Huh?
When you're older, it's fine.
What?
So, while we're on the way, where are you from? You never said where you're from.
We're from a continent known as Lyra.
Is that like Cholt?
Sorry, maybe
You are
different planes then.
Dalelands?
You are
Different
saying
planes.
things that I have never heard of.
Yes,
and again,
well,
I am from the Feywild, so
Right.
it might be
have
different.
you heard of it? I'm from the Feywild.
I have actually. I've read a lot about the Feywild. It seems lovely.
Oh, that's very interesting. I mean, if you've heard of the Feywild, then we must be on a similar plane, at least.
Everyone has dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it gets dark.
Pwee, pwee, pwee.
Yeah, everybody.
Mhm.
Twing.
Mm-hmm. So it gets dark, and ahead, because you've been brambling kind of through the forest, you believe still heading north. And you hear with those of you who have heightened elven senses, all of you,
Yeah.
At
technically.
least to some degree.
To some
Okay.
degree.
Yeah, you start to hear music.
Odd.
Does it sound like Vistani music?
Roll me a history check.
Sylvie, you're fucking terrible at these.
Sorry.
That's okay. I love you, sister. That is an 8.
Not to your current ears. Nope. So, you continue on, and it gets louder and louder, and then it indeed begins to sound like Vistani music. And it's loud and raporous, and it's echoey at this point too. But now you can kind of see lights through the forest.
Ori kind of
Um,
points at Silme.
Yes,
You've read about Fate Tricks, yes?
of course.
So you know all of the precautions, yes?
Of course.
Okay.
Um,
He know.
well, we are if we're in Barovia, then this might be a Vistani camp, and they are kind of loyal to Strahd, but they will give us shelter for the night if we need it.
Okay. Then proceed with caution.
Agreed. Keffris? And she looks at Keffris and her body, and then she goes, I guess I'll lead. She trudges forward,
All right.
gonna spy on the camp a little bit.
All right.
Ori will walk on Caleb's left side.
Give me stealth checks, everyone.
Get ready.
Don't we both have disadvantage on this?
Yeah, we do.
Clink, clank,
Do I? No, you don't have.
Clank,
No,
motherfucker.
I wear no armor.
motherfucker.
Neither do I.
I know, and I got to 22.
You are
Or
technically
no, not a 22. 20 modified, because you can't get that high.
technically Keffris is a barbed Aryan. Kind
Ha!
of.
15.
Got 2 on the die, so I got a 1.
Hey, same hat.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's a 3 because you actually have a plus to stealth.
Yeah, I don't have
Ooh.
minus to anything. I'm a
Alright.
savant.
All right. Clump, clump, clump. Breaking branches and snapping. You, those of you who are being sneaky and quiet, you definitely know that the rest of you are not.
I can't feel my leg.
Yep, exactly. Oh
You should
yeah,
be used to that.
yeah, that's a detail that you do indeed realize too, is that you have a tree stump leg. Um, okay, as you approach, you realize what's everyone's passive perception?
13 for myself.
14 for
Yeah.
Silme's body.
Wow, 16.
10.
Okay. So Corey, you realize that you are being tracked and followed in through the trees, most likely by these Vistani watch guards, pickets, whatever, the outliers of the camp, and you are being allowed in at this point.
Thump, clink, thump. Oh, I think we've been seen. Hello there, traveler.
Hello. You probably don't recognize me. Do you recognize her? Points to Silme. To my body.
Yep. No, we are not familiar, but come forward. Come, join us.
We know Madame Ava.
Ah, the madam. Oh, please, come. And they kind of step out of the shadows and begin to lead you back to the camp. And like I said, the camp is, whirling, swirling skirts and scarves and loud music and bright colors. And those of you who are not Barovian think, wow, this is a good party. This is happy people. This looks pretty normal to you for such a bleak place, or supposedly bleak. And as you get close, people come up and they're like offering you alcohol. And
No, thank you.
I don't know my current tolerance, so I will pass.
Very low.
I will pass.
Is Madame Ava here?
oh no, she does not travel with us.
Oh. What town are we by?
Oh, the Vallaki is close.
How close? Can we get there tonight? I mean, we could get there. We can get anywhere tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if you walk through the dark, sure.
Have there been any... Wait, what has happened so far? Have we traveled in time or anything, or Vallaki was burned, yes?
Oh, we have not been there. Has it been burned?
I mean, I'm sure you should have seen it. Like, Barovia is gone. The city of Barovia was up in flames.
Oh, we've just come back.
Oh, from the Dalelands?
From parts other.
Uh-huh. How was that? Must be nice. Sorry, I'm a little bitter. We've had a little run-in. A little prank has been pulled on us. We have friends with us now. How far is it to Vallaki?
You should be there by morning.
By morning? She looks at her brother.
Where are we exactly?
And they tell you you're about a day's walk, or an 8-hour walk from Vallaki.
On like the far west side?
On like a road. I don't know the map.
Okay, everything
map is
within like
small.
Barovia is very small. Like
Yeah.
to walk from one end of Barovia to the other is probably like 4 hours.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
It's like,
Yeah,
what?
Yeah. It wasn't that small back in the day when it was frozen. You could walk for days, and it was a hex crawl. So okay. Yeah. So I guess you're a couple hours then from Vallaki. If you want to walk through the dark, we will gladly have you. And he waves, and the music starts up again.
Thank you, but I think our friends will be very concerned about our sudden disappearance.
And we still have to find our friends as well.
Oh yes, of course. Have there been any other travelers in these woods?
Not this night.
What do they look like?
Not this
Well,
night.
No.
Oh, you're talking to him.
Yeah.
I'll get more drinks.
One is a half elf, not half elf, halfling, about yay
Oh.
high. She has a side cut, very, very aggressive, but she cares. And the other one's a dragonborn, about stretches and tiptoes, yay high, black scales.
A black dragonborn. I've never seen one of those.
They're both very beautiful.
What is he like? The tall one.
A little dour, but you know, he tries his best.
And they shed scales, yes?
Honestly, we haven't seen him shed scale once, but that's when he died.
Do you die often?
Is that a common thing with you people?
We try not to. We really, really do.
We made a promise not to do anything stupid.
Well, that's a good promise to have.
Yes, and
It
I was
kind of
thinking
broke.
about that. This is kind of funny. I mean, like, in terms of learning that your actions affect others, even when you think it's only affecting yourself.
Did you lose your arm in combat?
No. Well,
Technically, yes.
technically, yes. She did lose her
Oh.
arm in combat. Trying to chase someone through a dimension door.
A what?
Oh.
I believe Silme might know.
A portal?
A
Yes.
portal.
It's magic. My brother doesn't
Wasn't-
care for magic.
It was a spellcaster. He thought that he could push people around, and I didn't like that.
Good
So
on you.
Exactly. He was trying to get away, and I didn't want to let him. And I tried to follow him through, and zoop, zoop.
I'm sorry to hear that. That seems very terrible.
Keffris,
It wasn't fun.
give me a wisdom save.
That is a 9.
Yeah, you can now. Now that you've said something about it, you can definitely feel the magic. The weave is like vroom, 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 through your body, like from the ground up through you, like
Yuck.
you're a conduit of magic.
I don't like this. I want my spear back.
Feels like after 6 shots of espresso, you're just like
Yeah.
buzzing.
Mm.
So, let's see. Is there anyone else here that? Yeah, I guess the Vistani man comes back and is like, got another round of drinks. Have you, any of you, none of you took the first round, right?
No, it's on the ground.
But I think
Caleb
that
Corey just takes it, puts it next Nod's head. Thank you.
Okay. And you take the next one, even though you already have one on the ground.
And just puts it like behind Corey's leg to hide it.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And then he's like, "Come, let us dance," and it starts pulling at you, Caleb, in Corey's body.
No, I'm not really suited. I'm not wearing my dress.
And again, too, then he immediately turns and does a flourish and a bow and puts a hand out for you, Keffris, in Silme's body.
Keffris just folds his arms and said, I said no.
God,
So be it. You're welcome to stay or go along. If you need to stay, let me know. We'll get you a tent. And
I think we could walk.
I think we can walk too.
Okay. And they go back to party.
Can either of you cast the spell Light?
Oh gosh, can I cast a spell? No.
sort of, actually. So, I am in my moon form right now.
Oh, right.
I know dancing lights.
Perhaps
But
we
you
could take some
don't
torches?
have it prepared.
It's a cantrip.
It's
It's not actually on the character
It's
sheet.
not on the
Just,
Yeah,
you can
I
see.
think I could cast Dancing Light like this.
Fascinating. How long does that last again? Oh, but it's a cantrip. You can do it as a... oh, wonderful. All right. We will be going. Would you mind if we borrowed some torches? 2?
Well,
Torches?
Sister, I have so many torches.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Would you mind getting them? She turns her back on him so he can get them out of his bag.
Rifling through.
Okay. Torch apiece. One torch.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We could even have 2 torches apiece, and I'd still have them left over. I don't know why I have so many goddamn torches.
Get rid of them.
All right.
Fascinating.
And you light them off one of the campfires and head off into the dark.
Thank you. Tell Madam Ava we say hello.
We shall.
If you see any other travelers in the woods, a half-elf and a dragonborn, please send them our way.
Halfling.
Halfling and a dragonborn, please send them our way.
Of course.
To Vallaki. Thank you.
We shall. Good luck.
Wonderful.
Coriander, what do you believe lives in this woods? Can't hear you.
What do I believe lives in these woods? It's kind of foggy, right?
Mm-hmm.
God, I've got to get out of like Curse of Strahd mode and think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Silme did tell her that there were vampires, werewolves, and vampire spawn, and were-ravens.
Yeah, she gave you the rundown of everything in Barovia.
Yeah.
I think that werewolves piqued her interest the most. Because you're like, ooh, werewolves, ooh. Yeah, I think she'd think vampires and werewolves are in the woods. I think she's also a little bit not sure whether or not she's actually in the Feywild. This could be a trick.
Okay.
So she's also kind of expecting Fey.
All right. Caleb,
Mm-hmm.
what do you believe lives in the woods?
Probably sees out of the corner of his eye shadows dancing around. So maybe the same thing: werewolves, were-ravens, vampires.
Okay. Keffris, back in the Dale Lands, what did you fear in the dark?
Sorcerers and wizards.
All right.
Magic users in the night. That and like cougar. Like just big cats and spellcasters.
Noble women who have lots of money and chase young men. That's
Exactly.
That's what you're afraid of. Okay.
Hey, the Keffris.
and of course, Silme. Back in the Dale Lands, what did you fear in the dark?
Rats.
Rats. All right. So as you step into the not quite so dark, do you have the dancing lights whirling around, Caleb?
If it was asked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to
The
give us a
balls-
little bit more.
4
Room.
balls shoot up in the air and they take the form of ravens and they're swirling around.
Okay. And they're kind of circling, like little light drones or something.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you each have a torch. Who's leading?
I guess I am.
It'd be Silme and Calum at the front because they're the big tanky people.
Yeah. We're just having a nice conversation about copying spells and what ink do you use and have you read this book?
How to Train Your Chimeras is my favorite one.
It's just a good one. I did read it a couple times.
And so
They have different endings.
Corey and Keffris, are you guys talking as you go along?
Oh, certainly.
Oh yeah.
At least a little bit.
About what?
Yeah.
You know, from this side, I can see why people might be taken aback by my presence whenever we go anywhere.
What do you mean?
Well, the spikes coming off the offset eye, when you're in it, it doesn't really, you don't feel different. You don't feel like you look, I guess, but from these eyes looking up, I look damn intimidating.
I don't understand. Is this not normal?
It started less than 10 days ago. I used to look like a regular half-elf. I was normal, to say the least, a little skittish. But then we got taken to Barovia, and I started to change. Each time I got mad, to say the least. And I did it to protect my sister, and I do it to protect my friends, but every time that it does happen, I become more and more like, well, that.
Well, I'll be a Fomorian's bridesmaid. I didn't think there was anything strange about it.
Are you okay? Like, I know you said that you died earlier, but what do you mean that you don't see anything strange with it?
Oh, well, there's a lot of people who look like that in the Feywild. Particularly in the particularly in the Autumn Isles. I didn't find anything strange about it.
Well, if it helps, I have been told that it is the blessing of my god manifesting itself. So maybe that's why it doesn't seem so off-putting, I guess.
If Caleb can hear this conversation, he'll turn around to Keffris and just go, well, there are a lot of people who are more monstrous that look normal than there are monstrous-looking people that are normal. Does that make sense? There are mean people who look nice.
Okay,
and
that's
there
the
are not.
one. I didn't know the other one. I'm not very smart. I feel it in this body, but it's weird. It's like I have extra thought room, and I don't like it.
We've learned not to judge books by their cover.
You're right. It's like being a very small person inside of a very large, echoey room.
Yes. You feel like it's like coming up from the ground, and it's like... I don't like it.
All of this potential. And I feel like I'm going to misuse it.
Right?
Welcome to my life.
I want to go back, thank you.
Oh god. I can overcharge now.
I'm sorry.
Remember what we promised.
Yes, no, we promised. I promised not to do dangerous things.
Oh
god.
Oh, so one of the blessings of Saloon is the ability to manipulate the weave to cast things at a higher level than they're supposed to be cast. But the backlash is pretty bad. I've done it a bit. I was 14 once.
Don't. Please
Twice.
don't.
You were 14 twice.
I was 14 twice.
LB, you're muted.
We can go. I don't know how that happened. I didn't touch anything. So brother, we need everything we can to go up against Strahd, and if there are repercussions for these, then so be it. We're trying to save a whole civilization here.
At one point, I went mad, like literally mad, like my brain broke. And it took a witch doctor in a Goliath tribe to fix me, and then we had to literally fight my demons.
I don't want to do that for you, Silme.
What exactly happens when you... Is it a curse? You get a curse? Because I can deal with that.
No, it's more like my body kind of explodes on itself, and something different happens each time. One time, 10 things happened to me differently each at the same time.
So why do you choose to do this?
Self-preservation, really. It's more like life or death, because most of the time when I do it, I'm at very, very hurt. Well, my friends are very, very hurt.
Well, fortunately, I don't have any self-preservation, so...
Please don't.
What I'm saying is that I wouldn't do it for the same reason.
And you hear a gruff, growly voice say, "Help! Help me! Help you there with the torches!"
Who's there?
This is Claudius. I need help. They're after me. And something's coming through the brush towards you.
This
like
could be one of
straight for you.
Strahd's traps.
I'm gonna send one of the dancing lights over to light him up.
Okay, it's like a huge werewolf.
Do we recognize this werewolf?
Is the werewolf the one asking for help?
Yes, and he's coming straight towards you guys. No, you don't recognize him. He's like bits and pieces of werewolves, kind of like, okay, that jaw and those squinty eyes, but the jaw and the squinty eyes aren't the same werewolf.
Great. Can I insight check him to see if this is a trick?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. That's an 8.
Okay. Yeah, this is probably some horrible werewolf trick. Anybody else?
I would like to, please, and thank you.
All right.
Drops the torch, pulls out longsword. What do you do for smite?
13. Wait.
Righteous fury.
He could be one of our friends. Hold on.
You believe him, certainly.
Who is your leader?
I can't think of any of the werewolves' names. Help me out.
Oh god.
It would be
Werewolf.
Speedy.
Yeah.
It would be Speedy. All right. Yeah.
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew.
All right, he's
Close
fine.
enough.
He's fine. Who is chasing you? What's wrong?
They'll be here in a sec. And you see like little flickery lights moving through the trees. And then they as they cross behind trees, then they kind of come out on the other sides, and they're probably anywhere from 4 to 8 feet off the ground as they swirl through the woods.
All right, go find Bartholomew and tell him we're going to Vallaki. Tell him something terrible has happened, because something terrible has happened. Go quickly, please. Thank you.
Oh, okay. And he leaps off past you and keeps going into the woods. And he's like, "Good luck."
Shall we run?
Yes.
We would like to run.
Keffris
Corey
is
gets
already
out.
doing like stretches in Silme's body.
Corey gets out the shield and spear and says, "Stay close to me. I mean, me. Stay close to me." And points at Calum in Corey's body.
Okay. All right. And you guys are fleeing?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Give me athletics checks.
Oh fuck.
Sorry.
That's
Oh
fine.
boy.
Oh shit.
15.
Nice. Okay.
17.
18.
You don't have anything about rolling a 1, do you, brother?
The fuck no.
No,
I
he's got to
rolled
stick
a-
with his
I
failure.
got 7.
All right. So the for some reason, Silme's body is like parkouring from branch to branch and just humming through the woods, and like bits of her dress is snagging on briars,
Can't
and
mend
it's
that.
just she's just got it going on, like such perfect stride that like little tatters are coming off as she whips through the forest, followed quickly by the heavily armored other two elves moving through the forest. And yes.
I'm sorry, you have a 50-foot walking speed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whoa!
Unfortunately, you are not used to this amount of speed, and you're like wonk wonk, and your size, and you slam into a tree and you go spinning. You roll the natural 1, right?
I did, yes.
Yeah, blam! You go down in a heap. The spear angrily flies out of your hand and comes down like right next to your head, and you can feel it like.
I will pick up the spear and continue to run.
Okay. These lights are gaining on you guys. There's probably a dozen of them at this point. So they begin to envelop you as you're rushing through the woods. Silme and Keffris's body, you are still having problems. We're going to use that roll as a deterrent. You're catching on things and snagging, and you're not used to being this big. And they
she hasn't
start
figured
to
out that she needs to run on all fours yet. She's
All right, yeah.
And so they start to and because they have a fly speed faster than anyone but Keffris, they begin to whirl around you, and you hear
Don't like that at all.
still not convinced that this isn't the Feywild.
Keffris, I don't know what to do.
Just get angry! Get angry and keep going!
I don't get angry,
Then get
Keffris.
mad! Now! I'm going to ruin every single one of your dresses when we get back if I make it there first before you!
I swear to the gods! Somebody's gonna rage.
all right. Oh, you're killing me. You're absolutely killing me here.
Now you have advantage on athletics checks.
I do.
So I gotta circumvent D&D Beyond real quick. It's fighting with me. So give me one moment.
Fine. Caleb has a walking speed of 40.
Yeah.
He a fast
boy-
boy.
This boy's speedier than he looks.
Yeah.
He's a nimbly boy.
Corey's surprised at how light on her feet she is.
He's great at running away from his feelings.
True that, bro. Same. Let's have a kitten purr break.
Sure. That sounds great.
Oh no.
It's a good poo.
He's a good bird.
So tired.
You were the kitten.
Should we take our break?
Oh, is it that? I was hoping we'd be close to that. Yeah, we're close. Let's do that while I fight with D&D Beyond.
Excellent. So, first off, I would like to say thank you, GB, for running this game. This is great. I am greatly enjoying it. We are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes, so don't go no place unless it is to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to bit.ly/adventure merch, pick yourself up something nice, because this is the last 2 days, he said, like a truther, of our Streamlabs store. So everything else that was on there, it will no longer be after October is done. That's right, all of our Waterdeep mugs have already left, so you can't even get those anymore. But
Sorry.
you can
Will not
pick
wave
up
them
all
around.
sorts of other stuff. Consider going there. But until then, we'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. I didn't even prep the break. And we're back. Hello, everybody, and welcome. GB, take us away.
All right. As last we left our party, the small balls of light were swirling around them, kind of giggling and teasing. And I guess let's what do you do, or what do you say?
Coriander, cast Valraven knock at 4th level.
We're both yelling over each other. Divine sense them!
Cast a spell, cast a spell, cast a spell!
Just telling each other what to do.
I'm so angry.
So Keffris is going to be holding Silme's spellbook because he doesn't know what to do with it, really.
Oh my god. Silme can't tell you what to do when she's
No.
raging.
No.
Oh no.
And so
So
Keffris...
goddamn out of our depths.
So Keffris just, like, he does the thing that he would otherwise normally do in combat, which is get mad. But I think that it starts tapping into a part of Silme that's more like the muscle memory, but the brain being a muscle of, like, what to do in this situation. So magic starts radiating off of her hands onto the book. The book opens and just begins flipping on its own, landing on a page. Her eyes light up in whatever color magical energy. Blue. So a blue colored magical energy, and she just stands there and begins yelling and casts a magic missile at 3rd level, with one bolt targeting one of up to 5 of these things.
Okay.
You casting it at 4th level?
3rd level.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, and what does it do for damage?
So for damage, it's 1d4 plus 1 to each of them.
Okay.
to each of those 5. So,
All right.
let's see it. So one of them takes 3.
Okay.
Another takes 5.
Okay.
Another takes 4. Another takes 5. And then the last one takes 5 as well. That was a really
Alright.
good magic missile.
It goes, and you hit one, and you hear, "You sadistic bastard! Oh God! Ah!" And it begins. The light kind of twirls and spins, and sort of like whirls off into the dark, like kind of ducking and dodging behind trees, and the others just kind of explode into little fiery like explosions of sparks, and that's what you see. Keffris, or Silme, what do you do?
I don't know. They're not anywhere near us, right?
They're flying in circles around you. With
So
your speed, you could rush out at them.
Okay, I don't want to go past the torchlight,
Okay.
or past our light, so I don't want to go like into the woods. But
Okay.
I will try to attack something that's close.
Spear
so
also gives you some range.
You ready in action in case they come in.
Yeah.
Okay. Corey. Silent.
Like, we were like yelling at each other and arguing over what the other person should do. And Corey finally just like stops and like tries to like instinctively find something familiar.
Okay.
And she's like, okay, he knows how to do this. And she's gonna cast aid on everybody else and give them 5 temporary hit points.
Nice. Okay. Sorry about the additional bookkeeping this evening, folks. I had thought you could change things on the sheets as long as you were in the same campaign, but
No concerns.
that is a fallacy. And Calum.
Calum's going to, because she hasn't. He's going to sheath the longsword, sidle up next to Keffris, and just slap his arm, or Silme, and slap his arm to keep the rage going. Ow! Well, we have a barbarian friend too, and she does this, and sometimes things happen where she can't maintain it. So sorry, man up.
God, everything sucks.
and with that, the spines on your back sort of like they stretch out a bit, and you can feel all of them. They hurt. You've got spears jutting out of your back. So.
Keffris, can you shoot those?
That's the spirit. Keep getting mad.
You didn't answer my question.
What?
Can you shoot those?
What do you think I am? No, I can't shoot them.
Oh. Thought he was
No,
some sort
but
of...
you can. And she's gonna run up and point the spear at them and try to guiding bolt.
Okay. All right.
First level. Got him.
Boom. Go for it.
Corey doesn't have any like ranged options, so this is way out of her comfort zone.
Yes.
Okay, how do you guiding bolt? Oh god.
It's
Make an attack roll.
Big
Okay.
attack roll.
With your
I can
spell
do
attack
that.
modifier.
With your wisdom, with your intelligence.
Oh my god, you've got 2 different attack modifiers.
It's the +5.
Okay. 18.
All right. What does your guiding bolt look like, Calum?
It depends. If she's casting it from the spear, it's a normal laser, but if she's casting it from the shield, like what Calum normally does, you'll see an owl, like basically a bow and arrow stance. As you let it go, an owl shoots out and just envelops something.
It wouldn't occur to her to use the shield.
All right. And how much damage does it do?
It's also a crackle of electricity instead of radiant.
Yeah, holy butts, it's 46 damage.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I'm a blaster.
9 lightning damage.
All right. Sparks like some kind of minor firework. It explodes and just kind of like tinkles down like until the sparks disappear, and you hear run away, run away, run away.
Divine sense them.
Before they
Find out
disappear,
what they
divine
are.
sense, Fae Fiend are undead.
Okay. The lights blink out simultaneously, but you reach out and yeah, they're fleeing. And yeah, they are Fae.
The Fae presence.
I knew it.
So we're not in Damn it, Barovia.
I mean, if we are, then there's Fae here.
That doesn't seem right.
Strahd, no.
But you also know that there are hags in Barovia.
Strahd must have brought these fey creatures here.
Obviously. All right. Let's find Speedy so we can get this nonsense figured out.
All right, you
And
continue. along.
Maybell. Oh, Keffris.
What?
What are you going to do? Oh, this is going to be so confusing for her. I have a...
Honestly, I think that all things considered, it might not be the worst for her.
Listen, given some time and some research, we can definitely figure this out.
Thank you. And she like motions to Calum. A sensible person.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
What?
This is going to be a really weird interaction then. Because every time I trance, I go to the Library of Saloon. But if Corey is in my body...
Isn't your consciousness the one that trances, though?
It's true.
Are you still moving along?
Yes,
Yes.
we're huffing it.
All right.
We'll find out after if we can squeeze in a long rest sometime.
As far as I'm concerned, that's a later problem.
That's a later problem.
Strahd doesn't give long rests.
Yes.
All right. Keffris, what is Silme's armor
I have
class?
to wait 4 more sessions for a long
11.
rest.
Okay. All right.
I'm dead now.
What is Silme, what is Keffris's body's armor class?
15.
All right.
He's strong.
Corey, Calum's
15.
bodies. Okay.
15.
And doesn't matter. It's too low. There's no way. Because you wear chainmail, right?
Coriander's is 17.
Oh yeah.
Split mail,
Okay.
I think.
Okay. So the all of a sudden the little lights pop back and these little needle-like arrows come winging in. And Keffris and Silme are hit for a point of damage. You're not susceptible to silver, are you, Keffris? You're not like a werewolf or anything like that? Okay.
I'm my own man.
All right. Yep. So yeah, and I need you to make Constitution saving throws.
Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Okay. You're like
5.
and the little needle just goes and it like pops out of Keffris's body.
Oh!
And you had a 5, Keffris?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Silme goes and it just goes down in a lump.
Keffris!
I've never felt so powerless.
I'm gonna go like and pick her up.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I'm very strong now.
I'm gonna go and put myself between the attackers and our new buddies and say, "That's it. I am the lower Calum of the Fallen Leaves, and I demand that you stand down."
Are you persuading, intimidating,
I
or
feel
deceiving?
like This, I mean, she means it. This is intimidation. It sounds like.
All right. Well,
God
then go
damn
for
it.
it.
No,
In-game proficiency.
Yep.
no.
I can gain proficiency. I'm gonna do that.
All right. Okay. You suddenly. Oh yeah, I do know how to do this.
You poisoned me.
Oops.
I was looking at his intimidation. It's a -1. I was all like, this is hilarious. It's anyway. I rolled a nat 1.
Okay. So in Caleb's voice, go ahead and say the whole thing if you would be so kind.
I'm Lord
RJ.
Kalen of the Fallen Leaves, and I demand that you stand down. Oh God. Why are you
RJ,
so
can you
anxious all the
do
time?
that for us, just so you know, so we could hear it in Caleb's voice?
Oh, did you not hear it? God.
I heard no, I heard
No, he
you.
wants
Oh,
RJ
you
to
do
do
it.
I
I'm
want
it.
sorry, you
RJ
do
to
it.
do it.
Oh, what was the line?
I'm the Lord Kalen of the Fallen Leaves, and I demand that you stand down.
I'm the Lord Kalen of the Fallen Leaves, and I demand you stay down. Stand down. Fuck.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. And with that, a volley of little needly arrows comes winging at you.
Oh, that's great.
All right. Yeah, there's at least a half dozen of these little arrows that come winging at you, and 4 of them hit. You take 4 points of damage, and you need to make 4 Constitution saving throws.
Okay. Am I within 10 feet of myself?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're all running together. Oh, you guys didn't get the +3.
I don't think an 8 saves, does it? No.
Oh, but a 7 probably doesn't save either. Oh God, I failed all 4 of those Constitution saving throws. Caleb, my boy.
Caleb's like, tick, 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 tick. There's little arrows in his face, in his body's face, and just kind of gets all relaxed and kind of.
You know what? That's pretty. You know what? That's pretty on brand.
Pick her up and let's go.
Oh, I'm so light. I should eat more.
All right.
Excuse me, people of the forest who decided to do this. Who are you? Show yourselves. This is ridiculous. We're going to Vallaki. We have friends and that are powerful, and stop it.
You're cute, beast man, but nope, it's not happening.
And you did see them; they blinked into
Oh, I
existence
see. Okay.
when they fired. But you guys are like loping along.
Yeah.
I mean, you could turn, you could, do other things if you want. But right now, your friends are snoozing.
As
Yeah.
we're running, I'm going to use my body as a shield for
Okay.
Coriander's body.
Okay.
Are you gonna use the shield? Like, are you gonna have him over your shoulder with the
Oh
shield
no,
out?
it's basically like hucking him, like holding him by like the collar-ish area. So it's like Kim just hanging there limply behind her back.
The shield strapped to his arm, jangling along. Okay.
It's
Okay.
only this fireman carrying herself, pushing the dress out of the way.
There's
Keeping
very
pace.
little left from all
Yeah.
of the running and the
Great.
slashing he did
This
to
is
it.
fine. She'll keep pace with Caleb.
Okay. All right. And you hear them laughing and giggling, and I guess they would say something along the lines of, "You'll all be asleep soon. We've got you. We've got you."
Do you have something for this? Does she have something for this?
Not anything that would immediately dispatch a bunch of them at once, but hold me. Throws Kalen's body onto her.
Ugh, I'm
And
really strong. Keffris is so strong.
with a spinning step, is going to face step into one of them and just smite.
All right.
So
Alright.
one of the
One of
things
them
that
if
you
you'd
can
like.
do while you face step is that you can choose to drop your moon form and go to Raven if you so choose.
That is also true.
I could do it, yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Thanks.
Nay,
You're uh-oh.
you turned off your camera.
Uh-oh. Oops, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Keep going.
I've ruined everything.
It's all
Kayla?
right. Only
Now it kind of
slightly.
works. I am Corey.
All right.
So I'm going to, if there's like a cluster of them, Raven form teleport into them and just smite one.
Okay. Does the Raven form do anything on the exit?
I believe they have to make a save, or is it just they
No,
drain?
you just drain. You get you steal 6 HP from the enemy, and you gain 6 to your maximum hit points.
Okay. So basically they're tiny creatures. So you get 3 of them, just
And
they
just
pop.
slash another one down.
Yeah, they all pop. 3 of them pop when you enter because you just like suck the life out of them, and they look like Christmas lights blinking out. They're like no, and they sort of flutter to the ground, and then pop 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 into little sparkles of fireworkiness, and then
Caleb.
the other one. Go ahead and roll.
I was gonna say for Caleb, you're used now in Corey's form to just a nothingness feeling. When that light went out, you felt a brief bit of warmth.
I don't like that. Does a 25. Wow,
yeah.
it is
Yeah.
nice to have a decent
Combat.
hit. It's nice to have a decent hit.
Yeah, you hit.
Oh, I'm gonna two-hand this.
Oh, you don't have 2 hands.
I know.
Oh, gotcha.
That's
All
a
right.
joke.
All right.
Monster.
So yeah, it doesn't matter. You there's no way you can't kill it. It again like a firecracker pops and explodes.
If there's any left, Kalen will point the sword at one of them and just go, "If you don't leave us alone, you're going to be next."
The lights go out.
That was amazing. Can you help me, please?
Sure. Sorry. That felt really natural for some reason.
And after about a minute, they start to rouse and wake up.
So we're just carrying them on...
you.
Yep.
You're all right, Keffris. I mean, you're still me, but
Oh.
you are awake.
Sorry, Corey. I had to kind of use your face step.
Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. Oh God.
Can you do that normally?
Yes, we both can sort of do that.
Interesting. Is it like a misty step?
Well, no, it's more like an inherent ability between Shadak, Hafirmod of Red, and Eladrin. Misty Step is more of a spell that
Right.
turns your body into vapors.
So it's something you can do just inherently as what you are. It's not all of you can do it.
For the most part, yes.
Fascinating.
I've never encountered another Shadak High, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Really?
No.
Interesting.
What does being Calum feel like compared to being in the Revenant form?
Indoor.
You have a pulse again. You can feel warmth and cold and pain.
You feel hella anxious all the time.
All the time. But the fact that, like, you don't have that sure-footed nerves makes you feel alive again. Because you are. You are in a living body. You have blood flowing again, which is not something that you thought that you would ever miss. But it's there.
Obviously, the last warning of the lower Kalen has chased away said Fey malcontents, and you find yourself approaching Vallaki.
Does it look like it's been burned?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
the place has been totally razed. Just
Happened here.
A child robot that went astray.
Like,
Strahd. Strahd happened.
Used to be responsible for a lot of evil.
Ha!
That's why we'd like her dead. Yes. I don't have... Shoot! I don't
What?
have my thing on me.
Your what thing?
My protection spell. Non-detection. So she can't see me.
I thought you said that it lasted for a while.
It does. I don't know how long it's been.
Why are you like this? And I just put both of my hands on Silme and I'll cast non-detection.
On the Keffris body.
Yes,
Are you
because he's
sure that's
stupid. Keffris doesn't know that's not
Give us
how
no!
Okay. Go ahead and roll initiative against each other and see if you can stop him before he
She does have Mage Slayer right now, so...
And advantage on
Alright.
initiative.
All right.
Just fucking
I rolled a natural 20.
All right. You're like, smack his head. You find yourself so fast. You're like,
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
How? Why would you do that?
Because it's not supposed to be on my consciousness, it's on my body.
Well, fine. And he puts his hands on, I'll put my hands on my hips, and when I do, that's how I'll cast the spell, is looking haughtily at myself.
Can I tell you something, Keffris?
What is it, Silme?
You're casting magic. And you're doing a good job.
And you won't
She
know
like
what?
boops his nose.
I hate it.
and
I miss
again,
my
you,
spear.
when you do that, when you cast the spell, I mean, wow, you feel the thrum, you feel the power. Yeah, it even maybe gives you a little taste in your mouth, kind of like
It's like pennies.
a 9-volt battery on your tongue, because you know you're infused with magical power.
But Silme, that if I remember correctly, non-detect is like what, 3rd level?
Yes.
It shouldn't be a problem if you use arcane recovery.
Yes, of course. What do
Yeah.
you mean? No, I'm saying if it's just a whole thing she's
It's a long
watching.
it's
yes.
a long story.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Understood.
yes.
Okay.
But we don't usually get short rests like that. Huh.
It'd be nice to rest at all anyway.
Right.
So you're in the burned out ruins of Vallaki. What do you do?
See if we can find someone.
Oh, I go to the church, like, instinctively. That's where I always go in Vallaki.
Boot scoot on down to the church.
Okay. What state is the church in currently? I can't remember. Wings?
It is currently the center for a bunch of, I mean, like, it's basically half burned down. However, it is the center for a bunch of medical tents, refugees. It's very low staffed, but that tends to be where the majority of people in Vallaki have gathered.
Okay. As you guys approach, it is, probably a little past midnight. You don't see any people.
Everyone's probably to bed. Should we wait till morning?
No, if we're near the church, there should be people here.
Or don't you think everyone would have gone inside?
All of the people in the medical tents would not have gone inside. You can't risk moving them.
Wouldn't there be guards on watch too? Well, wouldn't there be guards on watch too if it was just recently attacked?
Well,
Or he's gonna like start opening up tent flaps and looking in, looking for anyone. It's completely empty.
Keffris is going to go and make sure that the bones are still there. But he,
So-
slaps Silme's arm a few times. I need my muscles. I need my muscles.
what would you like me to lift, little brother?
This way.
Okay.
Sure. Trench.
And when you open the church doors, it's it's completely dark, and then all of a sudden, all the little candles start going and lighting until it gets up front, and there's a small cloaked figure standing there by the pulpit.
Corey doesn't say anything, but she starts swatting.
So Silme like kind of
Thieving
like
undead.
starts Scooby-Doo walking in and just Father
What's up?
Petrikov.
Petrovich.
It's like I heard Speedy. Just
You
a
hear.
second.
You hear. You hear. No, that's not it. That's not who this is at all. Silme, you said you would protect me. You said you'd never leave me. And the figure's still with its back, and you recognize it as Leo's voice.
How dare you?
Yeah. What was Leo's dog's name? Dart?
Darts.
Darts, come here. And he puts out a hand, but it's covered in robes. And this like screwed up zombie chaos dog comes to him. It's like, you can see some of its bones sticking out and some of its flesh is hanging off, and he pats it on the head, and it turns, and as it turns, you see the side of its face that's missing, and it growls at you guys.
From Silme's mouth just says, "That was before. But now we know you're just one of her machinations." And there is a small red bead that emerges in Silme's hand, and a fireball at level 4 is just going forward to the end of this fucking church.
All right, roll me some damage.
Oh,
He needs to make a dex save.
Yes, but yeah, roll the damage.
So we're attacking the...
Yes, we're attacking the child. He's the robot thing I spoke of, the one who burned this city to the ground.
Ah, okay. Sword.
Spear, shield. Ha!
A total of 34.
All right. It explodes out. Embers and timbers and bits and bobs everywhere are aflame, and the robes are on fire. And Leo turns, and it's the robotic Leo face, and Dart like starts to lop down the couple of steps off the dais towards you, and then you realize the dog is just melty, and it just collapses before it gets to your feet, and the little on fire Leo turns his hands up and eldritch blasts out at Silme's body. So at you, Keffris. Oh, and misses. Even with your horrible armor class, they miss.
Thanks.
So,
He's just standing there perfectly still. Like,
yeah, and it still shoots past you somehow. It must be all the fire that they're on. Okay, initiative, please.
Oh, it's so nice not having a
Oh my
negative one.
god. I rolled a 2 and a 3. I am terrible at rolling at advantage for initiative. Wins the same way. I'm always last. I got 4. My total's 4.
Okay.
I got an 18 with a positive 1.
Okay. And Caleb was 18. Okay.
the look
right.
of happiness on that boy.
Keffris.
Keffris got a 21.
Ooh, nice.
I
All right.
want to hear Wings' initiative.
Corey.
0.
0.
Welcome to my life.
This boy's fucking cursed.
It's a natural Caleb.
Hello.
Wow. All right. And, Okay. Keffris, with your 21, what do you do?
I am going to cast a second level catapult using a piece of stone debris from the surrounding area that's on fire. And it's basically Kefris in Silme's body just begins walking forward, and that first step as the foot connects with the ground, this piece of rubble just shoots itself
Awesome.
towards Leo. So they need to make a dex saving throw.
All right. Ugh, they do not.
Awesome. That is what I want to hear. For a total of 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
The stonework crushes into the little robot, and it's like kind of down and under the rock, and it says, "Silme, why would you do this? You said you'd save me. Save me."
And leans down. I would save you, but you were irredeemable.
Caleb, what do you do?
Is it 30 feet to the altar?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Just gonna hurriedly walks over, raises the longsword. Sorry. Bam. Brings it down.
All right.
I'm gonna throw a smite on this one.
Smite,
Is he
smite.
prone?
Yes.
Natural 20. Thanks.
Smite.
It's 1d8, so it's 2d8. So I'm rolling 4d8.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. 16. 20.
He has nothing to do with it. D&D Jesus is not here.
Fang?
5. 31 points of radiant damage. Right? No, it's split. It's split, isn't it? Between slashing and radiant.
Can't remember.
You
It is.
the sword, you do sword damage and it's slashing, and then
Okay, cool.
radiant
So,
damage. And the sword itself is not magical,
cool. So 5.
unfortunately.
10 points of slashing damage and 18 points of radiant.
You shear the sword becomes glowing with moon power probably, and it comes down and lumps off the robot head, and it rolls away. And as it's rolling away, it becomes the radiant damage is glowing through it, and it starts to kind of crumble and turn to like ash, and it just keeps saying, "Save me, save me, save me," and it just kind of falls to bits as it rolls across the floor. And that was a hellacious amount of damage for my poor robot warlock. So, wow.
And you got the
Awesome.
2 mage slayers already there, so he wasn't standing a chance.
Exactly. Yep. All right. So yeah, that's the end of
Well,
Leo again.
what?
Though you guys swore you saw Strahd fly off with him.
No.
No?
Nope.
He
We
dropped-
aced him.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, all right. Well, somehow
Corey-
built a new Leo then.
Yeah.
Corey's
Silme
gonna
goes
walk
up-
over to Silme, and just kind of put a hand on her spiky shoulder and say, "Are you okay?"
Yeah. Yes. I'm not going to be deterred from Strahd's games.
I've heard that before from myself. I just want you to know you're not alone.
Thank you. Keffris?
And Kefris is just looking at the smoldering remains of Leo's body and just glares, because even though he doesn't necessarily know why, there is a part of him on a very subconscious level that is so upset about what happened with Maybell. As part of being in Silme's body, it is like he was letting go of something that was taken from him personally.
Yeah, and he just feels a hand go into his, and Silme will pull him away.
Oh, he immediately gives you a hug.
Oh, we hug. It's very touching.
And in your own words, you hear, "I understand now."
Thank you for not rubbing it in.
It was never really my thing to do such.
Well, there's a lot of fuckery going on here. She turns to the others, wipes away a little bit of, like she had an itch. This town isn't necessarily safe, obviously. If he could come in here, then the bones might not be. I'm sorry, but you're in for a heck of a ride. But as divine casters, you will be very needed if you're up to it.
Calum, give me a wisdom save. I do like the thunder effect of your dice.
Supposed to be good at those.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. You swear you hear something sliding across the outside of the church.
There's something here. Outside. Slithing around. Coriander.
And Corey, you can feel it for some reason.
Through
the body that you're in. For some reason, you can sense this. And you feel that it's rubbing on multiple walls. Like it's moving around the church.
Calum's going to take Calum's face in a hand and go, Dendar.
I think that an unfamiliar sensation at this point, Calum's heart starts beating really fast in Corey's chest. And she's like, why are you so scared?
She knows things about me, about you, probably about these two, and she can manipulate them into nightmares. Have you two ever heard of Dendar, the nightmare serpent?
I'm sorry, the nightmare what?
Yes, but they shouldn't be able to affect this plane.
No, what do you mean? Is this common thing?
No.
No, it's not.
It would make sense if we were on the fugue plane.
We cannot travel outside of our own plane, the one that we're stuck in.
You've never been to Barovia. Barovia is hell.
Calum is going to reach out with his mind and with his right hand claw the air down to try and make a door to his room.
Okay.
In the fugue plane.
Okay, but you're in Corey's body, right?
I would know about it if it's in my mind.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, go ahead and give me another wisdom save.
Fuck yeah. 27.
Okay. All of you can now hear this sliding, scraping noise around the outside of the church, and the church cracks like from foundation up. And yeah, you reach out and create this doorway.
In.
I go in. Wait. I'm gonna insight check this because this is fucked up. I don't know what's going on. I don't trust this.
Okay.
Forgot who I was playing. Oh, good. You have nothing. It's 10.
He's so smart.
Yes.
His legs are moving before his brain, and his brain doesn't move very fast, so his legs are going for safety and hopping in the room.
Okay.
Yep.
Corey, same.
I'll hop in second to last.
Okay.
Drag Caleb in with me.
Shuts the door.
All right.
I'm sorry. So what's going on?
Where is this place? What are you?
Listen.
please,
listen.
Why haven't you saved all of Barovia yet, you super person?
You're
No.
making me look bad in front of you. Do you mind?
Caleb's going to walk over. I'm so sorry for this. Takes Silme's face in a hand. Listen. I learned a very long time ago that
Talking with a
Wizards-
stump, by the way.
no, oh yeah, just start waving the stuff
One
around.
hand.
That wizards who are able to can manipulate the fugue plane if they're powerful enough. This is my room. This is my sanctuary. Hopefully the rules apply here, but if I don't want anyone in, they can't come in. The same thing with Saloon's library. The same thing with whatever.
Silme, you can do these things?
She doesn't know because she can never leave the plane. Drops the face.
I'm sorry. Then how are you doing this?
Because we're not in Barovia.
Then how could wait?
What if we think really
We
hard?
were told. No. We don't want to be back in Wait, we do want to be back in.
No, about swapping bodies, you dum-dum.
Sorry.
You want to think really hard.
If he can think really hard and create a safe place, then why can't we think really hard and move our bodies back?
Are you saying that we are in the nightmare plane?
No, there's a nightmare plane and there's a fugue plane. Fugue plane is your dreamscape.
Are you saying that's where we are? We're all sleeping.
Maybe.
Whose fucked up nightmare is this?
I was yelling awfully hard when I was howling at the moon, so it's possible I could have run out of breath and passed out.
Might have also been my nightmare. Dendar's taken a peculiar interest in me.
That's bad, I think. Still not
All right.
quite sure. You said nightmare serpent, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's bad.
So if we all think really hard, then we can do things?
I think so.
Perhaps. I've seen Gwen do it. And apparently so with this. So, good luck, everyone.
All right,
Here's
brother, do this.
big thoughts.
Do the
Okay,
finger
so
thing.
we have to.
As-
It's a full circle motion,
Okay, all right.
and then quickly connect the fingers together, and then think really hard about going back where we came from.
We do that. Too bad we're not next to each other on the screen. That would have been cool.
You are on Zoomies.
Oh, yay!
Okay, so you do your Wonder Twin powers activate thing, and what are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about the process that is involved of moving my consciousness back to my own body. I am thinking about what it means to be Keffris and focusing incredibly hard on just that.
Silme?
Sylvie, the kitten's doing something hella cute. Silme is thinking about what magic it would take to do this, and she is trying to like make a spell basically
Mm-hmm.
in her head that would do this.
All right. I need both of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Caleb turns to Corey and just goes, well, here goes nothing.
He's gonna reach out briefly and then say,
Just like trancing.
I haven't been able to dream in a long time.
Well, you're in one now, so
I'll try. Grip hand and just focus really hard on giving Calum what belongs to him. She wants to just give him life.
Okay.
Aw.
Wisdom saving throws.
I got a 19.
I got a 16.
Boom.
Plus
Plus
3?
3.
Plus 3.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, then I would have gotten a fucking
19?
19. Yeah.
22.
Hey, same hat.
14.
14 even with the plus. Okay. Give me just a second. Keffris and Silme switch back.
Yes, the spear. It is mine once more.
Jeez.
And it smiles like a wicked smile in your feeling. You feel it smile, I guess is what I'm saying. Yes. Calum, you look down and you're Calum. Corey, you look down and you're Calum.
Holy butts.
You know, we could work with... Whoa, excuse me. We could work with this, but I'd much prefer you in your form.
What about Corey? Because if
Give me a
Corey and
second.
Calum are in the same body, then what's in Corey's body?
Wait, are we it's not two Calums. We're both in the same Calum?
No, there's two Calum.
There's two
Oh.
Calums. Okay. All right.
Try again.
Silme starts using mending on herself.
I'm going to use whatever I have to try and mold her back into Corey, basically.
Go ahead and roll a wisdom save.
I will assist.
That's fine. 28.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well.
And as you're doing that, you hear and out of the darkness behind you, these serpentine eyes open. and you hear the Dendar voice. It's not up to you. It's up to her. And this massive black snake head moves into the light. Basically, it comes into focus. What do you do?
Corey, you're going to have to accept becoming yourself again.
You can feel the heartbeat just like beginning to quicken again. And like your own terrified face looking at Dendar. And then I think that right now Corey doesn't really want to be herself, but more than anything, she wants to protect Calum. So she will accept it. She will become herself to protect Calum.
All right. What are the rest of you doing there while Corey is trying to have an existential moment?
I'm taking a step in front of the party and just rearing the spear, or I guess it's like one hand up as a defensive get the fuck back, and then the spear propped, and then is just looking head on at this giant serpent, because honestly, between giant snake and having a one-on-one conversation with Strahd, giant snake's got fucking nothing on Keffris right now.
Silme is she reached in her pocket and she has her book in her hand and she's like fiddling with a piece of white rock in her finger, and she's eyeing the serpent while trying to keep a track of what's going on behind her as well.
Calum, as he's watching Corey transform, he just goes, "Don't worry, Corey. Spring is around the corner." And he's gonna turn, pull out the spear, shield.
And
Okay.
if Corey can transform back into her form, she does so. She's in raven form. She flicks a tear away, and then draws her sword and puts Caleb to her left
Okay.
and says, "You can't have him."
And initiatives.
Did you roll a 1?
Hold on, I gotta... Welcome back,
He's back, baby.
summer child.
All right. All right. Anybody who's got a number, shout it out.
7.
13.
0.
6.
The boy.
0 and 6. Okay.
Okay. Yo, Caleb, I used 1 first level spell and 1 second level spell.
Thanks. I used a second level smite and your face step.
Also, your channel divinity.
Cool.
Sorry.
You have 70 HP.
Okay.
And spells, Keffris?
Wait.
Oh, I used a lot of them.
Because I
No, I
reformed
kept track of
in,
it.
and I also got
Excellent. Good.
max HP from when I used
Oh.
aid.
Okay.
Right.
Keffris, what do you do?
Oh god, it's
The-
me first up. This is
Yeah.
bad. Okay.
Snake. The snake's just laughing at you.
Are we attacking it? Do we know we're attacking it?
Keffris is a big dummy and he's going first. So he closes his eyes, takes in a deep breath, and it is like a second or two into the deep breath, but you just see his body flex and tense as he enters into a rage. And he will look up towards the creature and just bolt towards it with his spear, and with 2 hands is going to stab this giant serpent right in its goddamn snoot.
Nice.
And because,
A stabby boop.
and because it is a stabby boop, it seems appropriate that he's going to reckless attack.
Okay.
Because recklessly attacking a god seems like a smart fucking choice. Bad. A 14.
Oh, okay. Actually, I have to look. No. Sting! The
Okay.
spear misses the snout and kind of slides off.
And then I'm going to use my second hit.
Mm-hmm.
That is an 18.
There you go. So you shears off the first one and you whirl it back around and go for another jab and find purchase.
So 11 points of magical slashing damage and 4 points of radiant.
Okay. And the spear is magical. Okay. Okay.
And he's just trying to look really big and intimidating in front of Nightmare Serpent Dendar.
Okay. After Keffris is Silme.
Really?
Yeah.
What did Corey roll?
Right
Dex.
underneath you.
Oh, okay. I thought
Still got
I would
that
have
Halo
more
on me.
time.
Nay.
Silme. Does Silme want to do that? It's a big old snake, right?
Yeah, and currently, for whatever reason, you could only really see its head and a little bit of its neck. Everything else is darkness.
Okay. I would like it to make a dex. What do I want to do? Hold on. Wait. I would like it to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
All right, a 14.
It does save, so it will take half damage. Silme crushes the or actually she's gonna put the rock away, grab out a red dragon scale, flick it up into the air and push it forward, and she's gonna cast Agonizar's Scorcher, not at her brother. So whatever way I could angle it so it's not hitting Keffris.
Yeah, you just have to kind of like sidestep as you toss it into the air. You kind of fling it sideways and firebender it.
14 plus is 22 points of damage.
Is that halved?
No.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, Silme just cast this cone of fire in front of her. Or she puts the dragon scale and pushes it and it goes right in front of the creature and just scorches its face.
Right. Its tongue flips out and it had been pierced a second ago and its head kind of rears back a little bit from the fire. And Corey.
Yes. I am going to rush forward. As I'm doing so, I'm going to lay a sworded hand on Silme and cast Shield of Faith. And you're going to get a +2 to your AC for the next 10 minutes, so long as I'm concentrating. And then she's going to swirl around, kind of go back to back with Keffris and bring her sword down on the snake. And that was a bonus action, so here comes attacks. First attack is a 14.
Okay. No.
Okay. Second attack is a much better. A dirty 20.
Nice. Hit.
All right, and I'm going to second level smite this, so that's going to be 12 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then is this a fiend indoor?
Dendar?
Yeah.
No.
Doesn't count. Okay.
No.
Then that will be 12 radiant damage. And I think that is my turn.
Okay. All right. And Dendar, the Night Serpent. It reared, slash, hack, stab, everything happening to the poor snake god of nightmare. And it suddenly its head janks sideways and it coils itself like straight through you guys. It's like 4 feet thick and it just comes flying. Its body comes flying at you guys. I would like you all to make a either acrobatics or athletics saving throw.
+3.
Or, roll, please.
Can I use Arcana?
No.
Okay.
Good try though.
Thanks.
17.
I guess this isn't a saving throw, so never mind.
Oh.
You get a +3.
Oh.
14?
Okay.
17.
17.
16.
All right. Either if you're using acrobatics, you manage to like scuttle or roll your way out of the way. If you're or acrobatics, yeah. If you're using athletics, you kind of hold it and like slide back and don't get crushed under. Calum, unfortunately, you get flattened and you're knocked prone.
Right where I want to be.
Yep. And 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Would I have been able to like jump up and use my climb gecko hands on the side of this giant snake as it's pushing me away? Basically, instead of like bracing myself, just hop on it.
Okay, let's pretend you did an acrobatics then instead of athletics.
Okay, that would have been a 12.
No, you're stuck to it now.
Okay.
but you're still on the ground.
Okay, got it.
On your move, you can climb up it. I mean, easily. It's a giant creature, and you have a climb speed.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. No, I like it. It was really cool looking. But yeah, you're right. Your skills are so wildly different in those two. Okay. So that was Dendar, and it of course is like, mortals, you're so silly. Let us see what other kind of nightmares you can have. Hey Corey, what's your worst nightmare? Corey's worst nightmare. Muted.
Becoming evil and turning on her friends.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, why don't you roll that wisdom saving throw? I know it's your strong suit, but
21.
okay. All right. For a brief moment, that flashes through your mind as the eyes of Dendar fall upon you, and you like, I could become evil. I could kill all of my friends. I could really kill Caleb. He would be really dead. And you can see like your sword smiting through his throat for just a brief moment, and then you manage to shake that off like, oh, you biatch to this night serpent. Let's see. That puts us back at the top with Keffris.
I didn't get a turn.
Oh, sorry, 0. Yep, sorry. Forgot. Dendar had a 3 because he's +2. So yeah, go ahead, Caleb.
Corey sees the familiar gathering from underneath the giant serpent as I overcharge a Nevermore.
Okay.
Roll me that sweet D100, boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 2. 33.
Okay.
I also nail it with a 24.
Okay. Hit.
Oh shite! I keep forgetting. This is a lot of dice.
Isn't it fun?
Caleb, there is an uncomfortable sensation underneath your armor.
Huh? Huh? What?
Oh boy. 9, 17, 30. Oh wait, no, that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, hold on. I can math. I swear. I'm so sorry.
I can't.
I can't either. So
42 points of necrotic force damage. Just goes boom right into her.
all right. The middle of the serpent kind of flies into the air, and it shocks, and it snaps all the way, kind of waves down its body.
Gets up.
By the gods!
And what was it exactly that happened? Indoor?
Did we not roll on the overcharge table?
Did.
We did.
I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, he has an uncomfortable sensation underneath his armor. He doesn't know exactly what's happened, but something has changed.
Something has changed within me.
All right.
You now are forced to speak like you're in a musical. No, I would never do that.
Oh, that would be
Unless-
fantastic. That would
Unless-
be
If you were a bard, who was forced to speak like you were waiting for musical breaks.
She's out of our hair.
Hole in the world of the back pit in the world. I'm sorry. I've seen the
Okay,
world once.
So now we're back to Keffris.
All right, Keffris is going to look over towards Corey and nod and then he is going to climb up onto the back of Dendar as quickly as he can, and then like mount it, straddle Dendar as best he can, and then just like up and down with his spear and reckless attack.
Excellent.
So that is a 26.
Hit.
And that is 15 points of magical slashing damage and 5 points of radiant.
Okay.
And then in second attack for 23 to hit.
Hits.
And then 11 points of magical slashing damage.
All right. Hey, Corey, your sword is magical, right? It's the Moonblade type thing.
Mm-mm. She lost that.
Nope.
So it's just a normal sword? Okay.
Sorry, I've
Right.
been doing piercing, not slashing.
It's very
Okay.
special to me.
Right.
Her
Okay.
dad made it.
My dad.
Ah, nice.
Can
Does
it
it ha-
deal
does it have a-
sentimental damage?
Does it have a hint of Fae?
It's got a lot of fae.
All right. All right.
It changes colors when I change seasons.
Nice. Oh, that's pretty cool. How did I not notice that detail?
I guess I
All
never
right.
said it.
Oh, well then that would be why. Sometimes, yeah, I when you guys talk, I'm like, when did that happen? Did I miss that much of an episode? Okay. After Keffris was Silme.
Okie dokie. Is a 5 foot radius, is a 10-foot space of this thing exposed without anyone else being in the area?
Oh yeah, easily.
Okay. Sylvie's gonna pull out that piece of white rock again, and she's gonna say a word to it. It's gonna spark like a fucking snow like in Frozen when she creates her ice shit
yeah.
and it, like,
Yeah.
and it flies into the air and a flurry of magic snowballs start to hit this thing in a 5 foot radius, and I need it to make a dexterity saving throw.
12.
All right, it takes 13 damage, cold damage.
All right.
And did Caleb get hit last time? Was that something that happened? We all got hit, right?
Caleb was the one who got hit.
Caleb was the only one.
Somebody's gonna shift so that she's closer to him,
Okay.
and kind of mom arm him.
Okay.
It's all right. You're doing great.
All right. That was Silme and Corey.
Corey is going to try and make herself look like the biggest, scariest thing in the group, and circle around to the front of the serpent, and just be like, "Have at me!" And she's going to attack it.
Of course.
Oh, natural one. And then 23.
All right. It after it says, of course, you swing at it and it bends and woof, you swing right past it, but then you lunge with your one good hand, fencer style that you had practiced earlier, and manage to hit the lunge.
It's going to be 8 slashing damage, non-magical.
Okay.
And a second level smite. That's going to be 13 radiant damage.
Okay. And as the radiant damage comes from your blade, it seems to ripple up and down the serpent, and it starts to and it sort of just comes apart in a cloud. It explodes outward like almost like a popcorn kernel. So it explodes outward in this popcorn kernel, but it's like, instead of popcorn or white or radiant magic, it's a weird, almost like burlap colored cloud, like a fog explodes from the snake and covers all of you, and it's moist and it's everywhere, and all you see is this burlap color before you. You can move, but it's like moving through syrup air. And
Mother! She's gonna grab Caleb's hand.
Corey!
Caleb?
Keffris is just going to start praying to himself and tying his Ilmatiri cord.
all right.
Keffris! Tell me where you are!
Going to sheathe her sword and start reaching out with her one hand, and just say, keep talking. I think I can hear you.
Corey!
For there are those who suffer, and it is our duty to take that suffering upon ourselves.
And to spread knowledge among the land to the people. Do not deny knowledge.
And you're finding your way to each other?
Yes.
I'm standing
And,
still because if
are
we're
you
all
grabbing
looking...
hands once you find each other?
Yes.
I think Keffris is the loudest person, so Corey finds him first. I mean, I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah.
You tell me, GM.
All right. I think you were probably closest to Keffris. So
That's what I
then,
figured too.
so yeah, because when it popped, Keffris hit the ground, and so you find him. Silme is already holding Caleb's hand, and then all four of you get together, and you kind of stumble into each other. And at first, you're like, "Oh, it's just you," because you were talking the whole time.
Touching Keffris's spiky face with my one hand.
And so then the fog begins to clear around you, and there's a character, a giant creature that's like a pumpkin head with flamed eyes, and it says, "Oh, you've all been so much fun. I'm so glad you could be here. And, well, Dendar is gone. I rule the nightmares now. Yes, young one." Because he's got his hand up.
Yeah.
Bonus action, Blessing of the Raven Queen. Nevermore.
Okay.
Ah,
Corey's like gripped onto one of Keffris's spines, and she's just like, just scarecrow.
do you know what this is?
You know what I just did?
You didn't.
Time to roll some dice.
Oh
Did you just friggin' nat 20?
Yeah.
Oh.
Keffris sees that this man has a pumpkin face and assumes he is a living plant. And he pulls out the axe, and with more readiness than he's ever had in his whole life, he is up there with Caleb, just swinging with this fucking thing.
And what happens to me, by the way? Do I have like the one where it's like every spell I cast is a bonus action? Or
No.
Like...
I don't. Well,
Something under your armor.
This might be.
There's something under my armor.
Yeah.
There's
I'll check
something on
that
your
later.
back.
Is
Okay.
it on his chest or on his back?
That's a Doctor Who reference. I don't know.
God, you friggin' Hoovians!
Sorry.
I don't know what this don't blink bad wolf bullshit is.
Don't blink, bad wolf. That's a lot. Hold on, I gotta.
I sawed this god in half.
I saw this god in half.
Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
Is it made of plants?
It is.
76 points of slashing damage.
Oh my god.
17. Wait.
little inadequate.
Yep, and then I'm guessing that a 15 doesn't hit. No, so my first attack does, though.
Keffris is included.
Yay! He did things.
Ow.
Are we going to fight? Is this a god?
And so
I divine sense it.
Awoo.
Ow.
So between your blast and your axe, the thing just laughs. It's a big toothy grin, and as it starts to like come apart, you see like all these vines, these tendrily vines, all start whipping around, and it's like, I will see you again in your dreams, and you're all back where you were.
Can I drop a divine sense on it before it?
Yeah. It's none of the above.
Celestial, fiend, undead, or fae.
Yeah, it would probably be the closest thing would be some kind of fiendish celestial.
Okay. All right. Cool.
How quickly do we disappear?
There's some interactions.
As you hit, and he's and you're making him explode at the same time. Like I said, the tendrils whip around as it's coming apart, and it's just basically gives its I'll see you again, final words, and you're gone. So
can we have a slow fade so that we can like have like a last interaction with our new friends?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sure. So the tendrils all whoop around, and let's say the burlap is closing in like it did last night. So it's moving in around you. And Calum, I'm gonna say, why don't you go ahead and give me a Silme too. Give me Arcana checks.
26.
22.
Okay. You both realize that this is some kind of weird demi-plane. And it is somehow attached to Barovia. And this, the creature you met is one of the Dreadlords. It's the Dreadlord of Nightmares.
Strahd is a dreadlord.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Context.
And so as that folds, last interactions, and I'm going to take this off.
Calum turns and the raven armor like flutters off of him.
You should.
Here. Silme takes out a piece of paper and hands it to him. It's a teleportation circle. I planned on making it, but I haven't done it yet. So if you ever decide to come and visit,
he's going to, he goes rewrite it, rip a page out of his spell book and like hand it to her. The weave is basically the spellcasters are just catalysts. The weave is the impetus.
And you're getting pushed closer and closer together.
So it doesn't matter if it's divine or arcane, it all comes from the weave.
thank you. Be still.
Corey's gripped onto one of Keffris's spines, and she's all like, I know we didn't get to talk much, but I just wanted you to know something I learned recently.
Oh?
If you want to help the people who care about you, you need to care about yourself too.
And you're literally being pushed together, like your heads and stuff kind of together at this point as you say that unto Keffris.
It hurts.
Like I said, you're
the people who care about you when you get hurt, and then
and then
Keffris, as his last thing, just says Sikori, in a different life I could have been you. And he said, and then, I heard you're having problems with a big fuck off tree. And he goes to try and pass the big fuck plant's axe to Corey.
Oh my god. She reaches for it.
You guys are the DMs of this, so if things are going across, then
I say
It's literally the DMs.
I would say we have to both roll for it.
Okay.
And if we roll well enough, then
I'm down. I
I'm
have
down.
advantage on athletics checks when I'm raging.
All right.
So.
All right, let's make it challenging. DC 15.
Okay, all right.
Natural 20.
Oh
Bow,
my
bow,
God.
bow.
But I have to roll 2 to catch it. I only have 1 arm.
Caleb's there too.
15 exactly. Thank you.
Goodbye,
Wet
fuck
belly.
off, plant's axe.
I would have loved to talk to you more.
The end.
I can't believe you did that. Holy
I can't believe you gave that away. I'm shocked. I am shook.
So,
I'm shocked.
hello everybody and welcome. We are at the end of the session, so I would like to say thank you, GB, for running these games. We got him to DM for 2 nights in a row, so thank you so very much. And I would also like to say thank you to all of these players for once again putting up with our bullshit. GB, where can we find you? What do you do?
I'm Graybeard of Graybeard Tavern. Find me on Twitter. Check out my schedule. I am in the middle of 9 games in 7 days. So tomorrow you can see me over on Pro Restarters channel at 4 o'clock. Wait, 5 o'clock? 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock over on Pro Restarters for our The Way We Were campaign, where we're playing orphans that are growing up. It's fun and it's Pro Restarters, so it's high drama and he tortures us mentally every week. Other than that, you can catch me on Encounter Roleplay on Thursday. And I think that's then Friday. I actually have a day off. So check my schedule. I'll see you there. Come see me on Sundays and my own channel, Graybeard Tavern. And we'll play with toys and other fun stuff.
Excellent. And RJ, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey everybody, I am RJ here on the channel, but you can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things in my life. You can catch me here on Mondays, where I usually play Caleb, the Shatterkai Cleric Wizard. Also on Tuesdays, we are playing Curse of Strahd with DanaeKeener.com as the DM. I play Bartholomew, who was here yesterday, but we'll be resuming our regular schedule next week. You can catch me and the lovely LB Hackemup over at Pro Research Channel on Sunday, where we play Phase, which is a game based with the Cypher system. It's getting weird.
It's always weird. I'm LB Hack 'em Up. You can find me with RJ every day he plays. And then you can find me every other Friday and Sunday on Damn It Bears channel and G Game Nights channel, doing Monster of the Week with G Game Nights. On this Sunday, though, we just have our phase game, and Ophi's collecting heads. So that's cool. And it's going to be the Halloween episode, so I'm going to be extra spoopy. Ooh. DanaeKeener.com.
Is it me next? Is it? Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm DanaeKeener.com. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings, mostly related to D&D and things on this channel. You can find me here on Mondays during the homebrew game, playing as Coriander the Eldritch Paladin, or on Tuesdays running Curse of Strahd, which I will be getting back to again next week. Thank you guys for coming. Come by and see it again. DanaeKeener.com.
Yes. is. And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey fella, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do this show Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All of the games that we do end up going up as VODs on either youtube.com/Indoor Adventures, or they are made available with our audio cast under the same moniker. If you want to help support the show, consider going to patreon.com/Indoor Adventures, where you can gain access to not only our Discord server, but also our after show called Nights in the Courtyard. The after show that we like to do to answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. It's a good time. So we are going to be heading into that now. But once again, I would like to say, GB, thank you so much for running these excellent games. Thank you to these players for putting up with our bullshit every week. And we will see you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye. I did that thing again where I didn't prep the break screen.
That's fine.